Well, let's schedule a bad blood issue for the 24th. That'll be perfect.
Don't you think we're better together? Oh, I think we are.
Well, good morning. We're stuck in some major traffic. We're not sure if it's from like Christmas coming or what, but we just drove. What is it? It's a little less than an hour. What is it, like 50 minutes?
Maybe 45.
It's like a satellite campus of my hospital to get lab work so that it's in the system and it's processed quickly. So that's what we have to do for my labs right now. Last time I was on home IVs, we tried doing labs at a local lab and it took too long, and that's when the kidney injury happened. So it was very much like, okay, and that's not gonna work for next time. But, you know, it's not that bad, the fact that we have to drive to get blood work. It's really, I'm just so grateful. I've been feeling so, like, spoiled for the fact that my blood counts have been stable enough for me to be home, and I'm not having other, like, complications as of yet. Today is 1 week on IV antibiotics, and I'm just so thankful that we've been able to stay home this far.
And so far, the higher dose of the tetracycline has worked. I mean,
yeah, it's been okay. Anyway, we're about to go get some lunch right now. We were like half a mile away from Chick-fil-A, but it was like taking so long because you can see all that traffic.
that's the traffic to go home after Chick-fil-A.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. So anyway, that's our update so far. Sometimes I wish we could have like a camera going at all times, because we just had an epic discussion about the van that Peter's family used to have back in the 90s.
It was one of those conversion vans with like, I don't know.
Like the back seat turned into a bed, and tell them about the table.
It's real comfy, and they were like curtains. You guys know what I'm talking about.
They might not know.
And it had this table where you could stick the pole in and then put the table in, and it had cup holders, and then like you flip over the middle part and it's like a checkerboard and stuff.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I was like, we need to get one of these vans. Peter's like, but then we'd need a chauffeur. I was like, this is true. So, there's a link in the description if you want to, what's the word? Apply to be the Frey Life chauffeur. Oh. I'm just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, so we have just been basically stuck in traffic for a long, long time. Apparently, today was like the worst travel day in the history of the earth, or what did they say?
I doubt that's true.
It was like, apparently we didn't know this, but it was going to be a very bad travel day. There's nothing we could do about it. What happened?
They don't have it on yet.
What?
What time do they turn it on?
We just drove a little bit away from our house because there's like one of those special Christmas lights, and you turn the radio on and then the house does it. What?
Look at this.
Maybe they blew a fuse. Does the bones have all the sillies? Does the bones have all the love?
Are you guys having a nice snuggle? I caught you. I caught you having a nice snuggle. We finally got home.
Oh, we're home.
That was a long outpatient blood work trip. Just because of all the traffic,
It
but
reminds me of how thankful I am that we have to be outpatient.
yes.
That we get to do this from home.
Yeah. And we had lots of good discussions in the car while we were at it.
And so basically, bottom line with the Christmas light place, so it was a house that was all decked out with all these Christmas lights, and it looks obnoxious, and it's like tune in to 92.7, but it was all dark.
Yeah, it wasn't on yet. There's your Christmas tree look for the day, and Christmas Wonderland over here.
I really hope to take those presents to our families.
Yeah, we're keeping plans up in the air for right now, because we don't really know.
We've learned that plans have to be held very loosely. And I think that's part of why we aren't so like devastated about how I'm sick at Christmas, because we're like, there's no controlling it. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, of course I'm sick at Christmas. Like, my body's sick. Like, it's to be expected that plans are going to have to change. Our hope is to go see our families, but we decided we can't really make that decision until like Christmas Eve, because this blood work today, I suspect, is going to be safe, stable.
Actually, we should log on and see
Yeah.
if it's back yet.
So I think today's will be stable. This is just like, Peter laughed at me the other day because I was like, I feel like I won't, like my blood will be okay until whatever day.
I was like you can even know that.
Well, so I think today will probably be stable. Then Monday, the 24th, we will go into the city, most likely, and have more blood work done. And then I'm assuming the tricky thing, okay, so kind of the best case scenario would be that my blood work is not great on the 24th. I'll be in the city, they'll give me a Neupogen shot, and then my blood will be happy for about a week. So that would enable us to be able to go back home to see our families for a couple days. But the issue would be if my blood work is like still okay, but it's dropping, but it's not time to do anything yet, that would be tricky.
That would basically tie us up around here for when it goes lower. Yeah.
So it's weird to think like, well, let's schedule bad blood issue for the 24th. That'll be perfect. But we'll see what happens. We'll just handle it, and we gotta keep our plans fluid.
Yep. And embrace the moment and this Christmas season, whatever it looks like.
Yeah.
And which reminds me, we need to update our Christmas countdown to
5.
Yep. Well,
4.
wait. So today's the 20th?
Yep.
So it's 5 days, right?
Okay.
5 days till Christmas. All right.
Bow.
Bow.
Nice throw.
This half-eaten bone. Ready?
He did not ingest.
No, he likes to pull these, like, rip it to shreds and make a little pile of what we call froggy bits. Which, the first time he did that, it was a frog that he did. Not a real frog, of course. A rubber frog.
Ready, Lindsay?
Ready, set, go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw it at you. I thought you would catch it.
All right, I'm totally exhausted, but we accomplished what we needed to do so far. Now Peter's working. He actually just made me an amazing dinner. I typically don't eat like scrambled eggs because it makes me sick. Like, it makes my stomach hurt so bad. But I really wanted them. And I don't know, maybe this time it won't make me hurt. We could hope. So I just ate scrambled eggs. They were amazing. I was sitting here. The Dexcom was telling me you're going low, but I had just been a smidge high, and so whenever my blood sugar comes back into range, it's like, of course it's coming down, like it's going lower. So I'm like watching it and I'm like, okay, good, it's coming down. But apparently it kept going down, and I was like feeling just fine, and Dexcom was like, hey, you're gonna have an urgent low in the next 20 minutes. And I was like, but I feel fine. Well, I tested and I was 45. If you're not familiar with blood numbers, you're supposed to be around 100, and anything under like 70 is like low. So 45 is pretty low for me. And I was like, I tested and I saw that it was 45, and I was like, oh, you know, now that yeah, I do feel a little weird. So this was all going on in my head. Well, Peter's in the kitchen, and I was like, I don't know, sometimes when you're low, you do things you wouldn't typically do. So I started texting Peter. He's right around that corner. But I started texting him, 45, could you bring me some grape juice, please? Anyway, just that minute, he walks into the living room. And I still didn't talk, I still didn't say anything. But he picked up his phone and he's like, oh my. And he like ran into the kitchen. And I was like, I feel weird. Oh my gosh.
Basically, I mean, I know Mary describes it as slow motion, but she literally kind of goes into slow motion. Like, she kind of talks really slow and, like, closes her eyes. That's basically what happened.
But not to worry. All is well. Grape juice did the trick. I ate some protein, so hopefully that. Anyway, never a dull moment. I am feeling just kind of exhausted, so I think I'm gonna go take a bath. Peter's gonna just keep working, and we'll see in a little bit when we're all a little less kooky.
Hey guys, we got a shipment from the home care company of some of the Eclipse balls so that we can actually do it without the IV bag. Or these aren't even called Eclipse balls, they're the elastic balls. Eclipse is one of the brands that makes these, but it's an elastic delivery system instead of having to do the IV bag and having to mix the drug in the bag and all that. It's just a lot easier to mix it up in a syringe and put it into here. So that's what I'm going to do real quick before Mary's evening dose. Look how orange that is. It's crazy. But one of the things about this drug that's amazing is as soon as you put the liquid in there, it completely dissolves the drug, which some of the IV medications, it takes it a while to dissolve. It's the little things, people. The little things that make a big difference. Okay. Put this on here. Twist that off. Then pop this. Once you pop, the fun don't stop. Take that little doohickey off. Let's get the air out of this. Hook it up. And put it in. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Twist that off. Take this. Put it on here. Close the cap. Let's go give it to Mary.
All right, I'm all hooked up to tigacycline, and then I will hook back up to my 24/7 Mirapenem. But I just looked on my online portal and my blood numbers are still stable, which is so mind-blowing because typically my numbers drop real quickly. Oh man, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. I just went to the bathroom and was coughing really hard and started throwing up, but I'm back in bed. We're about to do my port. I'm de-accessed for the moment because today is 1 week on IVs, so it's time to do my needle again. And I'm just kind of feeling it. My temperature started to go up a little bit, so I think my body's just done for the day. I'm feeling it. Let's do this.
We did it. Port is accessed.
There it is.
She's hooked back up.
Life with a needle in my chest.
And that's a wrap on another day in the Frey Life. So thanks for tuning in. And as always.
Oh wait, what did you say while you were putting the needle in? You said something funny I wanted to say. Oh, you said my skin was like unhappy.
When I was chloroprepping her skin, I was like, your skin is not happy right now. It's the Grinch.
So, as always,
we will see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night, Ollie boy. We'll see you tomorrow.